Hey everyone. So it's been a bit. I know I really haven't been doing a lot of UA videos, namely just because of some real life stuff that's been going on. But now I'm back on track. I've decided I was pretty much just going to review every new class in the one D&D UA instead of just reviewing a packet at a time. They're pretty much the big thing that everybody's talking about with the new UA anyway. Seriously, who gives a damn about updated rules for jumping? I'll also be revising the videos on the expert classes since my opinions changed on them over time. With these new videos, I'll be covering all the classes in 1D&D and comparing them to the current 5e versions. What changed, what stayed the same, what got better, what got worse, you know the drill. Also, yes, I know I'm late. I'm releasing these videos pretty much when I feel like it, so opinions may change as time goes on. Be forewarned. Well, now with that out of the way, let's talk about the Barbarian, the Primal Warrior, big brute to the party. I love Barbarians in 5th edition. They're easily my favorite martial in D&D. I know plenty of people have umbrage with martials in 5th edition, feeling a lot weaker than the spellcasters, but it helps that barbarians have what I feel to be one of the best 5e abilities in Rage. I know going into it that this was going to be one of the simpler classes to port over, given that they really didn't need to change much with the updated rules and changes to pretty much all the other classes, although there are plenty of quality of life changes here. The first of which being Rage. Now, while I do consider Rage a powerful feature in 5th edition, it is pretty easy to lose, namely if, say, you're too far away from the enemies at the moment and you don't really have a way of attacking anyone, and then I guess your rage is gone, too bad. Well, 1D&D does offer a nice fix to this where you can use your bonus action to keep your rage if you haven't attacked anyone on your turn, although they do remove the stipulation of you taking damage to extend the rage, so I guess it balances it out. Though now there's a new feature to your rage in the form of primal knowledge, where you can use any of your barbarian skills using strength as the modifier while raging, which includes perception, survival, and stealth. So I guess your rippling biceps are so bulging that they hide your face, and that's how you use stealth now? Honestly, I love this. It's goofy, but in a fun and interesting way, while also aiding the barbarian in their out-of-combat features. Also, while ranging, you gain advantage on all strength checks too, so that's really a positive. Barbarians also get the new weapon mastery feature, where different weapons now utilize different masteries, giving your melee weapons more character and giving you more options for your barbarian. Great axes can now cleave through opponents you're attacking to hit another creature within 5 feet of it. Great swords can graze an opponent, dealing damage equal to your ability modifier to an opponent even if you miss. Mauls can topple an opponent, forcing them to make a strength save or be knocked prone. For the 3 main weapons you would typically use for a barbarian, these are all solid options, especially topple and cleave, with the option to get a handful of other great options further down the line. I'm sold on this as an option to further flavor martials and give them much needed boost in power, though I'll need to talk a little bit more about them in the fighter video whenever that comes out. All the Barbarian's other features are pretty standard stuff overall. They did get a nice boost in power though, which I do appreciate. Feral Instinct stays at 7th level and is now a combination of both the original Feral Instinct ability and Danger Sense, where you get advantage on dex saving throws. Indomitable Might moved from 18th level to 9th level, though remains relatively unchanged. Persistent Rage now gives you 10 minutes to rage at level 13, as well as no longer needing to use a bonus action to extend it.
Hey, it's Editing Duke here, just making a note that I was wrong about the Persistent Rage increasing your rage to 10 minutes. The new rage actually does last 10 minutes. The Persistent Rage basically just allows you to have that rage last 10 minutes without needing to do anything in order to maintain it. Okay, back to the video.
Relentless Rage works similarly to what it did in 5th edition, though now you will get HP equal to twice your Barbarian level when you succeed on the save instead of just 1 HP. And you get a new level 17 feature called Rage Resurgence, where you regain a use of Rage when you roll initiative, which is a very good ability overall. Only Primal Champion got nerfed slightly, where the cap of your Strength and Constitution is now 22 instead of 24, though that pretty much corresponds to the changes in the epic boons, where now your ability scores can cap at 30 instead of 20. So I think that makes sense. My only real gripe with Barbarian is Brutal Critical at level 11. It did get a slight buff where the critical hit now deals an extra static damage equal to your Barbarian level instead of just relying on dice pretty much as you do with any other crit. That's not really bad, but the problem is that this is a feature that really only comes in at a small percentage of the time. And yeah, I know you get reckless attacks, so that increases your critical hit chances, but even then, this is a feature that predominantly relies on you getting a crit, which isn't even guaranteed to happen every combat. And I do think they kind of needed that general boost in power, kind of like what the fighter gets with their extra attacks, or the rogue's increase in sneak attack damage over time. Don't worry, this is a problem in 5th edition as well, but I was kind of hoping they would end up changing this to a much more consistent ability. Even still, that's my only real gripe with the new Barbarian. There's not really a whole lot to fix with this Barbarian, though they really put their A game into a lot of the changes here. Though, even still, I'd say Barbarian is the best designed martial class in 5th edition. It's simple, but also strong. That's really all you need to do with the Barbarian, where even the new weapon mastery feature doesn't really add much to the complexity as a whole. Also, I'm going to be covering subclasses in their own dedicated videos somewhere down the line when we end up getting more of those in the new UAs. But that's overall my opinion on the new Barbarian. It's a step in the right direction. I do like a lot of the changes between 5th edition and 1D&D for the Barbarian, and I'm not really quite sure if I can say that for the other classes, but, we'll get to those down the line. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos about 1D&D and D&D in general. Thank you. Have a good day.